Mummy, my result is finally here. Look, I'm the third best student in my class.
So all this dancing and singing is because you came third in class. You want to shout down the roof of this building because of that? Are you not ashamed of yourself?
But I performed better this term than I used to. I thought you would be happy for my improvement.
Are you the first person to take third position in class? Those that got first and second, are they not human beings like you? Do they have two heads? And I'm quite sure that they are not making any noise about it.
I'm sorry about the noise, Mother.
You better be. Now go in and do the dishes that has been waiting for you. And ensure you tidy up that kitchen. I want everything to sparkle.
Okay, Mother. Good day, Mother. Mom, I did better this time like you wanted. I'm in the top 10.
What is wrong with you and your elder brother? Why won't you let me rest? I just send him away, so that he'll stop disturbing me with his result, now you. Besides, where is your younger brother?
He was still in the school when I left.
What? You left him to come home by himself?
I told him to come with me, but he refused. I even waited for 30 minutes, but he still refused to come, insisting that his friends will walk him home.
So, you're saying that the three of you are attending the same school, but cannot come home together? If anything happens to my son, because of your careless attitude, I'll show you the other side of me, and I promise you'll not like it. If you know what is good for you, go back to that school and bring him home now. I do not want to hear stories. Collins. Why are you sad? What happened?
It's about my result. I believe my teacher manipulated it, and gave me the wrong scores. I failed again.
Was that why you refused to come home with your siblings? Were you thinking that I'll beat you for failing?
I heard when you told Ernest and Kyle that they shouldn't bother to come home if they perform worse than the last time. So I assumed that the instruction also applies to me.
No, you are my baby boy. That was only meant for your elder brothers. I know that you are doing your best, and I believe that you will do better with time.
Yes, Mother, I will do better, I promise.
Come and have a seat, I made something special for you.
Okay, Mummy.
Kyle, your brother wants to visit his friends, so I want you to follow him, and ensure that you look after him. Whenever he's tired of playing, bring him home.
Okay, I'll do just that.
What happened? How did your brother end up in the hospital?
I was with him all the while, but when I stepped out for a few minutes to ease myself, he engaged in a fight. By the time I got back, he was injured and bleeding.
What? Why couldn't you look after your brother for a few hours? And you let him injure himself, now he has ended up in the hospital. That is for being careless with your younger brother. You better pray that his condition is not so bad. If not, that house will not be enough for the both of us. Now go home and tidy up everywhere.
I'm tired of all this. Even when Collins is at fault, I get the blame and beating. Anyway, I pray he heals fast. I've always warned him against fighting and looking for people's trouble, but he wouldn't hear. Now it has landed him in the hospital. I hope he learns his lesson this time.
Kyle, I'm sure you're aware of your father's condition. We have spent a lot of money because he's been in the hospital for a few months now. Even his business has shut down, so we're surviving on my little business. Because of that, we have to cut down on certain expenditure, and one of them is your school fees. For the moment, you and your brother Ernest will stop going to school and join me in the market, so that we can raise the money for your father's hospital bills. I don't want you to feel bad, because this is only going to be for a while, it won't last forever. Once your father recovers, you both will go back to school.
What about Collins? Will he be joining us too?
Why would you ask that? He's too small to join my business. He will keep going to school, and that is the more reason you'll need to work extra hard, because we have to keep him in school, and ensure that he's always comfortable. He must not feel the impact of our lack of money. Is that clear?
Yes, Mother.
Lord, please grant us good sales today. Mrs. Gloria, what are you here to buy from us today? I'm sorry, I'm not here to buy anything. I observed that your children Ernest and Kyle have been roaming around the market for some weeks now. I usually see them from morning till night. So I wanted to ask, is everything all right? Aren't they going to school anymore? No. They're not going at the moment. We've been facing some troubles with our finance, so I withdrew them from school for now, in order to manage our resources better. I've also seen the way you treat them all the time, and I must say that it is not right. Why do you always show preference for Collins, your youngest son, over his brothers? How I treat my children is none of your business. I am the one that gave birth to them, and I know them far better than you do. Collins is my special baby. His birth opened a lot of doors for us that the first two didn't open. You have no idea what I went through because of Ernest and Kyle. In fact, I know what happened to me for each of them, starting from their pregnancy to delivery. You have no right to say anything to me in that regard. You know, Proverbs 14 verse 1 says, "The wise woman builds her house, but the foolish pulls it down with her hands." When you keep treating one child better than the other, you are not doing them any good. Rather, you are sowing an evil seed in their hearts, by saying that one is better than the other. And just like every seed, it will germinate one day and yield fruits according to its kind. When you always disregard your child's needs and feelings, you are simply saying that how he feels is not important to you, and that can have a devastating effect in his life in the future. And on the other hand, you are saying to the preferred child that he is more important than his siblings. Believe me when I say that everything is recorded in their hearts, and they'll keep seeing themselves that way. When that continues after they are grown, it can cause disharmony between them, which may destroy your home. Leave me to build my home the way I like. Have any of my children come to complain anything to you before? Why are you giving your opinion where it's not needed? Psalm 127, 3-5 says, "Children are a heritage from the Lord, offspring a reward from him." Like arrows in the hands of a warrior are children born in one's youth. Blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them. They will not be put to shame when they contend with their opponents in court. You see, these children are a blessing to you, and should feel like it. The best thing you can do is keep them in unity, so that when they're grown, they'll work together and bring you joy. Mrs. Gloria, since you are not here to buy anything, please leave. I don't want my customers to think that I'm busy when they see you standing in front of my shop. You're occupying space here. Go back to your business and leave me alone. My family is not your business. Why do people hate to mind their business? Kyle, are you leaving already?
Yes. If I don't leave now, I'll be late.
Please remember to send the money to me later today. I need to restock the fridge.
All right. Anything else?
Your brother Collins was asking me for money. You can as well send some to him.
I will not give him any money. All he does is squander my money without gratitude, and he doesn't even care to know how I make this money. I've told him to come when he's ready to learn about the business, or to establish any startup of his choice. I'm already running late. Mom, do you have it now?
Not yet, Collins. Give me some more time.
This is exactly what you've been saying for the past 1 week. I don't have such time to waste, Mom. I need this money urgently.
Give me more time, I'll get the money for you.
Since our father passed on, I've been the one responsible for everyone. Lord, help me not to break down. The responsibility is far greater than I imagined. And as I go to hustle today, please grant me good success. In Jesus' name I pray, Amen. Collins, now that everyone is gone, what is your plan for today? What are you talking about? What plans? Are you going to sit here and watch TV all day? when you can be useful to yourself by assisting our eldest brother Kyle in his business? Is it by force to help him? I've told everyone in this house to stop trying to force me into doing what I have no interest in. I'm a graduate, so I have to work in a good company. You don't expect me to abandon my certificate to do menial jobs. That is not befitting of me and what I represent. I know that you have a certificate and will get a good job with it one day. But until then, why not engage in something? Instead of wasting your time with friends and watching TV all day. Ernest. Leave me alone. Are you jealous because you couldn't complete school to get your own certificate? Go and attend to your job and leave me. This is your final warning. Sorry. I was only looking out for you as my younger brother. Take care of yourself. Collins, since you are not busy, I want you to go to the bank and deposit some money into my account. I need it to make payments for my visa and to process other requirements. So please, ensure you go to the bank on time. Okay, bring the money, I'll deposit it for you. Thank you.
Who is pounding on the door like that?
I don't know.
Go and find out.
Collins. Where's my money? I deposited it in the bank like you asked. What you paid in was not all. Where's the rest? Do you think that I didn't count it carefully? I know exactly how much I gave you to deposit. So if you know where you hid the rest, go and get it. I don't know what you're talking about. Can you imagine?
Kyle, what happened?
Collins is getting on my nerves. This morning, I gave him some money to pay into my account, since he has nothing to do all day. And I told him the purpose of the money, yet he went and deposited part of the money. Now the visa and travel requirements that I was supposed to pay for has been suspended.
But it's your fault that that happened. I've been telling you for some days that he needs money, but you refuse to give him. What were you expecting him to do? Do you want him to steal? And you are fully aware that he has no means of income at the moment.
I've told him to get busy, but he refused. When I gave him some money to start a business, he squandered it, claiming that he's a career man, and business is not his calling. What else do you want me to do? How long will I continue to give him money for his personal needs? He's a full-grown man, and should take care of himself.
You don't speak that way about your younger brother. He is your responsibility, so you should take care of him. If he doesn't spend your money, who will? You are the first son in this family, handle your responsibilities properly.
Mom. He disrupted my plans of traveling. Won't you at least caution him for that?
He's not at fault. You can still go on with your plans. Take it as a sign, and as a way of God saving you from danger. You can easily get the money from your business, and continue where you stopped.
Chai. Ernest, I believe that you've learned everything you need to know about managing this shop. Yes, I have. You can trust that it's in good hands. That's good. I'll be leaving the country in 2 days. I want you to take good care of our mother, our younger brother Collins, and this business. I will. You have nothing to worry about. Thank you.
Hello, Kyle. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How's everyone and you?
We're all doing fine.
I want to begin a building project. I intend to add more money to what I've been sending to you, so that it'll be used to build a good house for me.
That's great news. I'll make proper arrangements for that. You can send in the money. Collins, guess what? Your eldest brother called earlier today.
Then what?
He wants to build a house, so I promised to make the necessary arrangements. Even though he wants Ernest to oversee the project, I want to hand it over to you. That is because Ernest is busy managing the coffee shop, and since you have nothing tangible that you're doing, this should be perfect to keep you busy. What do you think?
That is awesome. I like the idea. Thank you, Mommy. Bartender, give everyone here one more bottle of whatever they're drinking. I'll pay for it.
Collins, this is not your usual behavior. You've never spent this amount of money in a bar before. What changed? Did you get a new job that I'm not aware of?
Baby, enjoy yourself and forget about those questions. I got a huge contract recently. In fact, after here, I'll take you to the mall to restock your fridge.
Oh yes. That's my man.
Baby, we're here. Move around and pick whatever you want. Ensure your basket is full and I'll pay for it. I want to show you that the bigger and richer Collins is here now.
Collins, who owns the car you drove home?
It's mine. Do you like it?
Yours? How? How did you buy a car when you barely have a job?
Mom, you don't expect me to manage Kyle's building project and still trek to the site every day. I need a car to facilitate my movement.
Since I started giving you all the money for the project, I noticed that you upgraded your standard of living, and you now hang out with friends a lot. Ensure that you do what is expected of you with that money.
I will. Am I not your beloved son anymore? Trust me.
A few months later, Kyle called to find out how the project was going.
Hello, brother. How have you been? I'm doing good. How's the building project going? Building? What building? The one I've been sending money for. Are you not aware of what I'm talking about? Now I remember. I heard our mother mention that Collins is overseeing the project. Right now, I know nothing about it. What? Collins? I'm not comfortable with Collins handling that project. When it's convenient for you, please go and take pictures of the work so far and send them to me. What? What is the meaning of this? This is just a bare land, not even a foundation. I'll stop sending this money to my mother. I knew that this would be the outcome. Collins is so good at misappropriation of funds. Mom, I've been asking for money for the project for days. Why don't you want to give me any?
I told you that your brother hasn't sent any this month. I called him last night to know why, and he said that he didn't like how the work was going. So, he has handed it over to Ernest. From now on, Ernest will be receiving the money and overseeing the project.
What? Which Ernest? Is he the only one that is good enough to manage big things? I will not take that.
Where is he off to? I hope he doesn't do anything ugly.
Collins? Wow. This is a pleasant surprise. This is your first time of coming here, and it better be the last. Why did you take over the project I was managing? Please keep your voice down. You might upset our customers. What customers? I'm talking about something really important, and you're talking about customers. I don't care about any of that. If you know what is good for you, stay away from that project, and hand everything over to me. If you really care about your life, do as I said, or you'll regret it. Let this be your first and last warning. Wow! Was that supposed to be a joke or what? Look how my younger brother is talking to me in public. It is, well, nonsense. As if the coffee shop is not enough for him, now he wants to take my only source of livelihood from me. Never. I'll never watch that happen. The battle line has been drawn. 2 months have passed, and yet he's not releasing the property to me. Ernest really thinks that I'm joking. He doesn't know what I can do to protect what is mine. I'll teach him a lesson he'll never forget.
One night, as Ernest was walking home after the day's activities, Collins attacked him with a knife.
Why do I feel odd, like someone has been following me? I better walk faster.
Who did this evil deed to my son? What did he do to deserve that? I am finished. I hope he regains consciousness to identify the culprit. Collins, where have you been for the past 2 days? Didn't you hear about your brother's accident?
Accident? I didn't hear about it. I was in a friend's house all the while.
In a friend's house for 2 days? And you couldn't call me? Do you know how worried I was? We'll deal with this later. The hospital just called that your brother woke up from his coma. I need to find out the person responsible for those injuries all over him.
Wait! He's awake? What have I done to myself? I hope he doesn't remember what happened to him.
I'm so sorry. I wonder why anyone would do this to their fellow human.
I don't know what I did to Collins. When he came to threaten me at the shop, I thought it was a joke. I never knew he'd go this far.
Collins? Your brother?
Yes. When I was walking home that night, as I got to a lonely path, I felt that someone was following me. Before I could blink, he pounced on me out of nowhere with a knife, and started stabbing me all over my body. I was calling his name, and pleading with him, but he said he'll never allow me take away his belonging. That was the last thing I remember. With the level of cuts he gave me, it's a miracle that I'm alive.
Oh my God. I can't believe that your younger brother would do this to you. All for what? I'm really sorry for everything, and I pray you heal fast. I'll get the police to arrest him. He will definitely get the punishment due to him. Collins. You were here looking for what to eat, while your brother is suffering in serious pains in the hospital. What did he ever do to deserve that?
Mom, you're supposed to be on my side. Why are you trying to defend him?
Your side? Since when did I begin to choose sides? He is my son, just like you. I'm talking about your brother being in pains, and you're asking me to support you? What is your problem?
You've always chosen sides as long as I can remember. You always support me, so I expect you to do it again. I warned him to stay away from that building project, but he wouldn't listen. That was my only source of livelihood, and he took it from me. Do you expect me to sit and watch him, and do nothing about it? I had to show him that he shouldn't play with me. If I think it's mine, then I must have it. After all, that's what you always do. You'll rather give me whatever I want, even at the expense of their comfort. How's this any different?
What? When did I do that?
You've always done that, Mom. Stop making me look like a bad person for doing things the same way you've always done them. Whenever I need anything and they have it, you'll take it away from them, and give it to me. There are too many instances, so if what I did is bad, then it's your fault, because you taught me that.
I cannot believe the words you're saying. I have failed as a mother. I failed to teach you what is right, and to show my other sons that they matter to me as much as you. Now the words of Mrs. Gloria are becoming clearer. I've destroyed my home with my own hands. The police are on their way, and will be here any minute to take you away. What you did is terrible, you have to face the consequences. If it weren't for a good Samaritan that heard your brother, he would have been dead. I regret raising you wrongly, and placing you above your siblings.
Please. Don't let the police take me.
They will have you, for as long as is required. You do not have any remorse for what you did, even when he's your blood. If you're not properly taught, you'll be a threat to the society. I cannot let that happen. It is better late than never. I love you, but you need to do what is right. It is wrong to treat a particular child better than others. Always love your children equally, because when you make one feel like the best among others, they'll keep it in their memory, and this can influence their attitude towards one another. A wise woman builds her home and disciplines her children as required. May God grant you the wisdom to do what is right. Please subscribe to our channel and turn on your notification to be informed whenever we upload a new video. Also like and comment on this video. Thanks for watching. We're grateful for your constant support. See you in the next one. God bless you.